Arcade 1UP started releasing their 2019 lineup of arcade units about a month ago. After having them for this time, I figured it'd be a good idea to combine a review video with my experience with them over the past month. This video will focus specifically on the Mortal Kombat Arcade unit. This is Steve from Restalgia, and let's get started. I've had the luxury of playing around with the Arcade 1UP cabinet for a little while now, and I can honestly say that I'm a huge fan of these. For anyone who's ever looked into purchasing an older full-size cabinet knows that they are big, heavy, take up a lot of space, and can be incredibly expensive not only to purchase but to maintain and repair. Arcade 1UP cabinets are 3/4 scale, weigh in about 50 pounds, and are reasonably well built. For the most part. I'll get into what I mean by that a little bit later. With a regular retail price of between $250 and $299 US, I can really see some good value here. For those in the USA, this is great because we will often see some of the older cabinets go on sale for as low as $75 or $100 from time to time, making them an absolute steal to go out and pick up. For people like myself here in Canada, or in the UK for example, it's not quite the same story. In Canada, these cabinets are only available through Walmart, and not even all Walmarts carry them. And to make things worse, the stores that do carry them often don't stock all the available models. The price point here is a little bit too expensive too. My local Walmart is selling the 2008 cabinets for $430 plus taxes per cabinet, which is about 7 to 10% more than the converted US dollar to Canadian dollar conversion. This kinda sucks. And as of right now, the 2019 collection that was released about a month ago isn't even available anywhere in Canada or in the UK. We've been told that they're coming, but we have no idea when or who will be selling them. That being said, getting my hands on the Mortal Kombat cabinet was pretty tough. I needed to have it shipped out from the USA, which for the average person would be really expensive. But I have one here, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. To start, I have to say that the artwork and the aesthetics of the unit look amazing. The cabinet features a Mortal Kombat 2 design, which I think makes sense. From my understanding, Mortal Kombat 2 was the most popular Mortal Kombat game to ever be released, closely followed by Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. In sticking with the MK2 design style, Arcade 1UP was able to market it to both collectors and casual players by tapping into a nostalgic pipe that many people will remember from their childhood or arcade days. As I mentioned, the entire cabinet features some of the same artwork that we would have seen present on the original arcade cabinet. We have these really nice graphics of Raiden and the Mortal Kombat 2 logo on the side panels. The artwork is crisp, it's clean, it looks fantastic. There are some things missing from the artwork, like the Midway logo, but all in all, it's pretty spot on. As with all Arcade 1UP cabinets before it, it has a standard unlit marquee that features the name Mortal Kombat 2, and this time it includes the Midway logo. The control panel looks awesome too. The button layout is absolutely perfect and is the same as the original cabinet. The artwork lines up really nicely too, and it just looks really well done. The 2019 collection of cabinets also ship with the acrylic protector, so we don't need to worry about fading or damaging the control panel artwork. One of my favorite changes from previous units is that this cabinet comes with bat tops instead of ball tops for the joysticks. This is something I wish they had done for the Street Fighter cabinet, but this is a cheap and relatively easy replacement. If we look down at the front kickplate, you'll notice we don't have any original artwork, but instead what Arcade 1UP has done is use this place to display what games are included on each cabinet. Some don't like this, but I personally don't mind it. You're usually standing in front of the machine or you're sitting in front of the machine and you don't really look at that part anyways. The sound on these things isn't quite the best. They are mono sound rather than stereo and have 3 different settings: off, loud, and really loud. This would be one of my biggest complaints, and although you can access the hidden EJB menu to adjust the volume level, the jury's still out on if doing this can brick your machine. I've been lucky enough to do this a few times with no problems, but I've seen a few videos where people have bricked their machines by entering this menu and playing around with the settings, so I don't know that I'd fully recommend doing that yet. The joysticks and controls are not the highest of quality, but they aren't the absolute worst I've ever used either. I can tell you that out of the box, the joysticks felt like they were upgraded from the 2008 collection. The buttons were changed as well. They now have a quiet, sort of mushy feel to them, They don't really click when you press the buttons, and I think I prefer the older button style over the new ones. Button responsiveness hasn't really changed though. After a good amount of playing with my MK2 cabinet, I've noticed that the joysticks have broken in a bit and are not quite as stiff as they were when they came out of the box. This doesn't particularly surprise me because I know they don't have very strong tension springs built into them, but in general, for what you pay, this cabinet is a great at-home cabinet. $300 is a lot of money, and a lot of people would argue you should be getting better quality parts, but I think when you take into perspective that yes, $300 is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money for something like this. My opinion of these cabinets are that they're actually really awesome and they're built well for home use. Arcade1Up has done a fantastic job marketing these cabinets. We recently saw at E3 that there are 3 more cabinets coming to us in their next collection, one of which is going to be their first 4-player cabinet for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. They're really giving people the opportunity to have something in their house that for a very long time was unattainable for most people. Additionally, there is a ton of mods and supports for these cabinets. All in all, I think these cabinets are awesome. If you're on the fence about grabbing one, and you can afford it, I say make the jump. There are some great communities on Facebook for people who appreciate and enjoy these cabinets. I'll leave a link in the description down below if you're interested in joining. But that's all I have for you for this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and make sure you hit that like button. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon.